Hello, today we are flying on Spain's national airline Iberia on a short flight from Lisbon over to Madrid. This beautiful city is the capital of Spain, full of colour and contrast. We will be experiencing an interesting ham option for breakfast and an even more interesting business class setup on this short 1-hour flight over to Madrid. Welcome to my channel. Hi, good morning. It's 3:30 in the AM here in Lisbon, in Portugal, and I am waiting for my Uber to take me to the airport for a very early 6:30 AM flight. I decided to check out a bit earlier because I wanted to go to the airport and check out the lounge, but then it may not be open, but we'll see when we get there. It's kind of cold, it's windy, and I believe the weather is the same in Madrid, but today I'm flying Iberia, Iberia in business class for a very short flight. Join me on this trip and let's see what happens. So the airport here in Lisbon was pretty quiet during the early hours of the morning. It's a nice airport, easy to navigate, and it's clean and spacious with an open space feel. There is this huge display board of all the flights, which I really liked. It was easy to understand as well. Each check-in zone is labelled with a letter for easy navigation. This definitely helps, but the airport is super busy and packed with people. Iberia has the electronic boarding pass option to the phone, which I don't usually use, but I thought I would try it out. The check-in counters were still closed and it was unclear where the people should be standing and starting their line. It's really early in the morning, it's like 4 AM, so everyone is a bit dazed and bored of standing around. I found the priority sign, so stood there as I was flying business class. Once through security, there are lots of shops and cafes to enjoy in the airport airside. However, most were closed because it was so early. This flight was taken in December, so I had the Christmas tree standing, which gave it a festive feel. I have been to this airport before, so I headed to the shared lounge, which Iberia uses. But of course, it was closed, so went back down to where the cafes were to grab some breakfast. Though it gets busy because of the many airlines that use it. To the left of this area is the tap lounge, which was open. So I found this French cafe called Versailles. It was very good and reasonably priced and also not too busy. I had a coffee, croissant, and of course a Portuguese custard tart. I'm so glad I did because you will just see how bad the plain food was. Time for a bit of plane spotting. Here is an EasyJet plane, which is one of Europe's major low-cost air carriers. And this is our plane on the A320 aircraft for this flight down to Madrid. This I really liked and thought was impressive for Iberia. Not all airlines do a gate notification by email. I wish they did. It reduces travel stress very much and it notifies everybody. This was the menu for the flight. I got this off the website, so not very impressive even though it is a short flight. Priority boarding was given to the passengers and it was a short jet bridge walk to the plane, no bus. So the typical European business class setup here is a 3-3 configuration with the middle seat empty. Not the most popular of business class cabins as it really is just economy seating. I always think this as a lack of insight by airlines and their premium products. These seats were particularly uncomfortable with the faux leather, which is really plastic. And the legroom is of course economy style. It was very cramped and not comfortable in the knees. Thankfully, a short flight to endure with this type of legroom. The tray table was the standard type, easy to use though small. The all-important safety guide for the A320neo aircraft, it was easy to understand as it should be. Early morning flight takeoff from a dark Lisbon airport, not really much to see here. Here is a LATAM plane arriving from South America. The taxi was short and the takeoff was quick. It's a shame it's so dark outside because the views of the city are quite cool to see. The airport and the city are very close. Once we were up, we could see a little more of the airport and surrounding areas. Lisbon is not a massive city, say like Mexico City, but it's still a good size with the urban sprawl that is going on. Some cloud formation here adds to some good views of this dark morning departure. I personally like these early morning flights because you can get to the destination at a reasonable time to enjoy and explore if you're not too tired. I started off with a Coke for a drink, there was no water offered pre-takeoff, plus I needed a bit of sugar relief. And then we had the breakfast tray delivered with an interesting food items that are accurately described on their Iberia menu for this flight. Not the best presentation, no, it must be difficult to attractively present ham in a plastic wrap. This was such a disappointment and a bad choice for Iberia to make. It's not a good thing to have something like this in a business class cabin. It shows lack of thought and an easy option when it comes to catering. The coffee though was fresh and tasted good. Yeah, sorry, the ham was a big no-no from me. A beautiful day, light arrival, and flying over the Spanish peninsula is always refreshing. Here is the outskirts of this great city. A great landing at the airport. And a clear day to see some planes out of the window. A short taxi to the gate makes for a convenient commuter flight between the two cities. So a short flight with terrible food, not a great way to start the day, but being honest, this was not worth the $400 ticket, which is what I paid. The same flight in economy was $91, so I basically paid about $300 for a slice of ham. Iberia is a big established airline with good connections. They certainly could do better, and I dread to think if there is more than ham on this plane here. Probably not, it's an Iberia Express plane. Here is the inside of Madrid airport. Not my favourite because of it's confusing to get around. So I'm here in Madrid airport, just arrived from that flight from Lisbon. It took about an hour or so. Scheduled time was hour 20 minutes, but it really didn't take that long. So what is happening now? We're waiting for my suitcase. Yeah, so I'm waiting for the suitcase and it hasn't arrived yet. But it is in Madrid, I know, because I can see that on my Apple AirTag. So I'm really excited. I'm going to get my case this time. Makes a difference. And the flight, well, the flight was okay. The crew was pretty good. They were very friendly. But they had that weird ham thing for breakfast, like a ham slice in a packet, which you couldn't open the packet. I eventually opened up the packet and then the smell of the ham just wanted to vomit. Anyway, so the breakfast was really rubbish and really crap. So I'm not sure why Iberia's done that. You compare it to, say, TAP, which I did a pretty much similar, same flight with TAP, but it was actually Bulgaria Air a few months ago. Yeah, there was a proper breakfast for the 1 hour flight. This was a slice of ham in a packet you couldn't open. Well, you opened it and then it wasn't very good. So anyway, I don't think it was worth the money. No. Anyway, see you soon. Bye. Well, fantastic Madrid. Well worth a visit if you haven't been. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe and notify to see more of my flight reviews. Cheers. Bye.